Alright, this is going to be part 2 of this one. So, basically, get ready for the remote recon march, or remote military march, right? So, we had part 1 here just a minute ago. We're making part 2 now. So, I basically talked about the pack that I'm going to take, which is a medium Alice Ruck. So I've got it set up right now with a frame. Probably going to go with a frame. And I'm probably going to go with maybe some olive green trousers and cotton canvas. Either way, I'm going to be wearing my long underwear, tops and bottoms, because I'm going to go light on the sleepwear. We'll be going light on the sleepwear because I really don't want to carry a whole lot of sleepwear. I will probably take something like a poncho liner. That's probably what I will take. Yeah. So definitely I'm taking the radio. I could listen in on the weather if I want. Just plug in the freak, listen to the weather if I need to. So the radio, I'll set this up in the rucksack. So we've got antenna relocator with the radio, right? So there's radio, handset, okay, and got my antenna relocator, and of course I got my antenna, my 108, I think it's 108 centimeter, 108, yeah. So this antenna right here is a high wattage 20 watt antenna, so I can transmit up to 20 watts through this antenna. This radio is good for 15. It's got 3 power settings, and dual freaks. What else? So I have the radio with me. This is going to be my backup for wild animals and wild crazy people, if there's any crazy people out there. Of course, I have the cold steel shovel I'll carry with me in hand. I've got this pouch. What the heck do they call this? I can't remember. I covered this already on the channel. 2 videos. Bongo gear. That's what it is. So it's bongo gear. Right. It's the bongo gear. Basically, it's a fanny pack. I went over all of it in 2 videos the other day. So if you're interested in this, I think it's a pretty darn good deal for what it is. I wish it were heavier duty, but first of all, I didn't buy this. Second of all, I didn't ask for it. It was a present. So but I'm not biased one way or the other about the product. I think it could use some improvement, but I think it's got a lot of cool features. So I think it's a good deal as far as the price goes for what it is. It's scalable, which means it's adaptable to many different platforms. Just a very versatile, cool piece of kit. What do they call this thing? There's several different things that you could call this. Anyway, here's me a light. Alright. So your red or green is your tactical. A lot of people don't think much about green, but green also is fine with your night vision. It will not ruin your night vision, so just in case you were wondering about that. This particular headlamp is a energizer in olive green, and one nice thing about it, although I don't like all that silver in there, I may mask off the LEDs and paint the silver or something. I'll figure it out. You know how I am. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I may find some way to get rid of all that silver crap in there. But nice thing about it though is that all of your night vision stuff is on one side, and then there's another completely separate switch for your regular lamps. And this particular lamp also has a fog, okay, so a dispersed white light, and it also has a spot white light. So as you watch, okay, that's both. That's fog or dispersed, right? That's spot and dispersed low. Yeah, and that's it. So several different phases there. Not bad. It should be pretty good for 25 bucks, I think it was. But it's got olive green strap here, and I just kind of like stuck it here on the cordage that's on top of this bongo gear. Now the other day when I talked about this product, I said, oh, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this cordage. Well, I rerouted it. I made it more for my liking, okay, which I'll show you now. I'll go ahead and take this light off. Take the light off. Alright. So I'll set this aside. I'm going to show you this cordage. So I've gone ahead and rerouted the cordage on this thing. I used all of it, so I didn't have to cut any off. That's good. There we are. Alright. So I'm going to get behind the camera here. Hey, I'm behind the camera. Alright. So what did I do? So instead of having the cord lock over there with this great big tail of crap, I went ahead and I rerouted everything. So as you can see, all right, so I've got cordage that kind of crisscrosses now, right? So basically I went across, down, across, down, and then over and over, and then that way, and then that way, and then I put one on the other side of the other, and then I put the cord lock. You see, so this one goes, there's one that goes straight across there, right? See what I'm saying? Questions or whatever, just drop me a line. I'll try to sort it out for you. So, on the front here, I didn't finish tearing out the logo yet. I'll probably do that this weekend. So I'm always doing something. In the winter time, I try to do a lot of stuff equipment-wise that I can, because I'm not doing nothing outside at the house and the property, right? But it's spring, so I'm gonna have to be getting outside doing stuff. I'll be, you know, doing stuff on the roofs and whatnot and around the house and planting the garden and all that stuff, right? So I'll be busy. I'll be able to do as much of this fun stuff. Also got some other things going on that I need to take care of. But anyway, I didn't tear out the rest of the logo yet, but I will. But I did go ahead and kind of camouflage the big olive drab, you know, area of the Velcro with patches. So I've got these two American flag patches. I put one on each side as if I'm running into battle, right? So they're going that way. That's what that means. So if you got a flag on each shoulder, they should be facing, you know, the flag should be facing like as if you're running into battle. Okay? The wind is making the flag go to the rear. Okay? So that's what's going on here. These flags, I'm running into battle. And in the center, I have a patch here that one of my brothers would give me. It says Zombie Outbreak Response Team. It's got this little, you know, little biohazard symbol in the center, a zombie on each side, and yeah, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, it's kind of the color, right? So makes a nice central patch of the proper coloring, olive drab and black. And then these are actually tiger stripe camouflage American flag patches. So those were pretty cool. And they fit right in. Then on the very top I got the old zombie hunter patch, right? So they got the zombie in the crosshairs. It's right there. Yeah. Because that's what we do. We hunt zombies. Right? That's what we do. We hunt them down. I've got a minute left. So I'm still deciding whether I'm going to use this Ranger Joe map case or I'm going to use my old Spec Ops map case. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet. I like them both. So I'm going to use one or the other. I've got to get on the computer and I have to coordinate. I want to coordinate stuff with the railroad people and the highway department people, their information with my map. I got MGRS map here and GPS. I gotta do a bunch of you know, putting it all together. Once I get all that put together, then I'll just write it in my little notebook, and you know, then I'll have a have myself a cliff notes for different things, you know. There's a lot of little preparation to doing something like this, you know, whether it's a regular mission or whether it's just this, like, you know, marching thing, right? This ruck marching thing. There's always a lot of little stuff. I will not be wearing my buffalo check slippers on the march, though. Still looking at boots. Catch you later.